started. We're going to start in an easy seated pose, so just take your time to arrive there. For your setup, you want to really root in with the sits bones, finding a tall spine. And place the hands on the knees. Shoulders relax away from the ears. And then slightly tuck the chin, crown of the head reaches toward the sky. And we'll just bring awareness to the breath. Begin to lengthen nice and long in through the nose. And nice and long out through the nose. As you inhale, imagine inhaling fresh, new energy. On the exhales, imagine releasing anything old or stale. With the inhales, you imagine growing even taller. And with the exhales, shoulders relax further from the ears. So creating a rhythm with this breath, Ujjayi breathing, it's an audible sound on the exhale. We'll be working with this breath as we move through our practice this morning. And bringing the right palm onto the left cheek will relax the head toward the shoulder, gentle neck stretch. And release, other side, palm to cheek. Relaxing the head toward the shoulder. And release. Returning to center. Begin to energize through the fingertips. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Right palm to the left knee. Bring the left arm close to the body. Sit up nice and tall, deep inhale. On the exhale, twist. Gazes over the left shoulder. Twist from your core, really rinsing out on the exhales. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, other side. Left palm to the right knee, right arm is close to the body. Sit up nice and tall on your next inhale, and on your exhale, twist. Gaze over the shoulder. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, arms alongside the body. As you sit up nice and tall here, maybe you bring an intention to your mind's eye. Keeping this intention in mind as you move through your practice this morning. So we'll go ahead and make our way into table. So the shoulders are stacked over the wrists, the knees are hip-width distance apart. Warming up the spine with some cat and cow. So the inhale, you'll drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, navel to spine, press away from the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, navel to spine. Just begin to move through a few of these on your own, just linking your movement with your breath. On the exhales, really emptying out, cleansing breath. And then returning to table. So just tapping into the core, start to fire up here. We'll flex the left foot, pressing through the left heel, right fingertips reach forward, palm faces in toward the body. Nice and long here. On the exhale, knee to elbow, hug it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen. And one more time, hug it in nice and tight, knee to nose. And lengthen. Release it down, other side. Flex strong through the right foot, press through the heel. Left fingertips reach forward, palm faces in, belly draws up and in. Nice and long, one long line of energy. And on the exhale, hug it in. Knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen. And last one, nice and tight, knee to nose, hug it in. And lengthen. Release it down, returning to table. We'll curl the toes, send the hips back, making our way into our first downward facing dog. Here we're going to take it nice and light, have a little bend in the elbows, bend in the knees, alternating the heels toward the mat. Walking your dog a bit. Continue to cultivate the Ujjayi breath all throughout practice. And so we'll bend deep in the knees, sway the tailbone over to the right, getting some length on the left side of the body, and sway the tailbone over to the left, right side of the body lengthens. And return to center. Looking to the hands, begin to walk the feet up. Keep a little bend in the knees as you fold over the thighs, clasping opposite elbows. For ragdoll, the whole upper body is passive. Head, neck, and shoulders relax toward the mat. Maybe you sway a bit side to side. And then slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae until the last thing that uncurls is the chin from the chest as you arrive tall in mountain pose. Splay the toes wide, feel all four corners of the feet rooting into your mat. Slight tuck of the tailbone, slight tuck of the chin. Growing nice and tall. You want to think of rooting to rise, so drawing energy up through the feet, through the midline of the body, and the crown of the head. Inhale, reach it up, spark the fingertips, look up. Exhale to fold. Gently shake the head, yes and no. And then rising back up, nice flat back, reach up nice and tall, arms alongside the body. Begin to open the chest here, we'll roll the shoulders back and down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together, deep inhale, exhale to fold, arms float overhead. Inhale, slowly rising, releasing the hands from behind the back, returning to mountain, nice and tall. On your next inhale, reach it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stepping into plank, we'll move through our first vinyasa. You can lower to a hover or the belly. Up dog or cobra, arriving in downward facing dog. In this down dog, we're going to press strong through the palms, send the tailbone back and the heels of the feet toward the mat, focusing on those 3 points of energy, nice and strong. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, rising tall, reach it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Pressing into those 3 points of energy, just take a couple breaths here. And then look to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, rising tall, reach it up, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back, vinyasa. And downward facing dog. Right toes reach toward the sky, 3-legged. Bend in the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left, look under the left shoulder. Right toes reach up, 3-legged. We're going to glide forward into plank. Hug the right knee toward the nose, press away from the mat. The shoulders come slightly forward of the wrist. Hug in nice and tight. And then step the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee down, uncurl the toes, and then slowly rising. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Look up. If you'd like, you could work into a mini back bend here. The fingertips walk back, allow the gaze to follow. And then return the gaze to the front of the room. We'll frame the right foot. Curl the left toes, lift the left knee, press strong through the left heel. Tall in the chest. And step the right foot back to plank or a hover chaturanga. Up dog, arriving in downward facing dog. The left toes reach up, three-legged. Bend in the left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right, look under the right shoulder. Left toes reach up, three-legged. Gliding forward into plank as you hug the left knee toward the nose, nice and strong, press away from the mat, curling tight. And then step the left foot quietly between the hands. Drop the right knee, uncurl the toes, and then once you're steady, begin to rise, shoulders relax. Option to work into that mini back bend, walk the fingertips back a bit, allow the gaze to follow. And then return the gaze to the front of the room, frame the left foot, curl the right toes, lift the right knee, press strong through the right heel, tall in the chest, look up. Left foot to plank or a hover chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing. Take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And we'll look to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rising tall, reach it up. And arms alongside the body. Returning to mountain. And bring the feet hip-width distance apart. Setting up for chair pose, bending in the knees, sweep the arms up and back. The toes are light, weight of the bodies in the heels of the feet, slight tuck of the tailbone. Bring it down nice and low. And exhale to fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, vinyasa. Right toes sweep up. We'll step the right foot to the right hand, warrior one. So rising strong, press through the outside edge of the left foot, the right thigh is working parallel to the mat. Frame the chest to the front of the room. Soften the shoulders. Deep inhale, exhale to flow. Right foot to plank or hover, chaturanga. Left toes sweep up. Left foot to the left hand, warrior one. Deep inhale, exhale to flow. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift, straighten the legs, exhale to fold. Bending in the knees, finding chair. Exhale to fold. Straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Right toes, reach up, three-legged. Reach up nice and tall. And then step the right foot to the right hand. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, you flow. Move nice and slow with your breath. Left toes, reach up. Left foot to the left hand. Inhale, rise. Exhale, flow. Arriving in downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Looking to the hands. Bend the knees, hop or step the feet up. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold, finding chair. Exhale to fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Right toes, reach up. Right foot to the right hand, warrior one, inhale, rise. Exhale to flow. Other side, left toes, reach up. Left foot to the left hand, inhale and exhale. Arriving in downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, deep inhales through the nose, exhales through the mouth. Right toes, reach up, three-legged. We'll step the right foot between the hands, stay on the ball of the left foot, rising for a high crescent lunge. Bring the right hand to the back of the left thigh. Left fingertips reach up and back, look up. And we'll bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee for prayer twist. The palms come together, pressing them strong toward the center of the chest. Rinse out. Two more breaths. Slowly unwind, return to high crescent lunge. We'll straighten the right leg, plant the left foot, open the body to the left side of your mat. We'll set up for triangle pose. So the left heel can heel toe in a bit if you need to shorten your stance. Right toes are facing the front of the mat. Begin to track out with the right fingertips, find your edge. Windmill the right hand down, left fingertips reach up. Now if you'd like to take it deeper on the left side, you can sweep the left arm alongside the left ear, reaching to the front of the mat. Left fingertips draw the body up. We'll turn the right toes to the side of the mat. 5-pointed star. Feel expansion across the chest, energizing through the fingertips. Then we'll fold, bringing the hands in line with the feet. Use the traction of the mat to draw the crown of the head close. Begin to rise nice and slow, returning to 5-pointed star. We'll turn the left toes to the back of the mat. Find warrior two. Bend in the left knee. Gaze is over the left fingertips. Slightly tuck the tailbone, working the left knee forward and back toward the left pinky toe. Find your edge here, nice and strong. Two more breaths. And then straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes back to the side of the mat. Hands in line with the feet as you fold. And if tripod headstand is safely in your practice and you'd like to check out that inversion, feel free to move into that now. And tripod, slowly make your way down. And we'll all begin to rise nice and slow, returning to 5-pointed star. Turn the right toes to the front of the mat. Bend in the knee. Sweep the left hand up to meet the right, rolling onto the ball of the left foot for high crescent. We're going to fly forward, warrior three. Work the body parallel with the mat. Left foot is flexed, left pinky toe dials down. You can reach the fingertips back or forward for added challenge. And then bend in the front knee, step it back to a high crescent lunge. Deep inhale, exhale to fold. Frame the right foot, step it back, moving through Vinyasa. The downward facing dog. Left toes reach up, three-legged. And step the left foot between the hands, stay on the ball of the right foot. Rising up nice and strong. And we'll hug the right knee in toward the chest, flexing the foot. Or maybe you're practicing leg extension, right peace fingers to the right big toes. Extending the leg, just make sure the right shoulder is in line with the left as much as you can. Right knee or foot moves out to the right. Right knee or foot to the left hand. Twist from the core, open to the right. And slowly return to center and release. Walk it up. Nice work. All right, so from the top of the mat, we're going to inhale, reach it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back into plank and then hold in plank. We'll bring the feet together at the back of the mat so the toes will come to touch. We'll spin the heels to the left for side plank. So the right foot is stacked on top of the left, the feet are flexed toward the face. Left side of the body lifts. Eventually working the gaze over the right fingertips. And if there's any other variation of the posture you'd like to explore, feel free. Right hand returns to the mat, find center plank. We'll spin the heels to the right side plank on this other side. Right side of the body lifts. Again, if there's any variation you'd like to explore here, feel free. Maybe you've got a side tree or you're lifting the left leg to the fingertips. And left hand onto the mat. Return to plank. Bring the feet back to hip width distance apart. Move through Vinyasa. Arriving in downward facing dog. The right toes reach up, three-legged. We'll bring the right knee to the right wrist. Setting up for half pigeon. Slide the left leg back. Uncurl the toes. Flex the right foot. And then take your time here to center the weight of the body. Eventually, you're going to think of the right shin coming parallel with the front edge of the mat. And if you'd like, you can fold here, walk yourself down onto the forearms. Maybe you're resting the forehead on the mat. Find a soft face and a soft hip. Now, if you have folded, begin to return to the hands. We'll curl the left toes, lift the left knee, and step the right foot into downward facing dog. Walk the feet. Left toes reach up and bring the left knee to the left wrist. Other side here, slide the right leg back, uncurl the toes. Left foot is flexed, center the body. And then if you'd like to fold, gently walk down onto the forearms, resting the forehead on the mat. If you have folded, begin to walk back onto the hands. We'll shift the weight of the body into the left hip and sweep the right leg around, arriving in an easy seated pose. So take a moment here to sit up tall. Again, checking in with the quality of the breath. Noticing how there may be more space in the body, space that you've created. More space for creativity or healing. Take a few deep inhales, filling up, oxygenating. extend the feet forward. Sitting up for a seated fold, flex the feet to keep the legs engaged. The arms are alongside the ears, reaching up nice and tall. Begin to track forward, leading with the chest. You want to lengthen, 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 and then eventually folding. Maybe the hands find the feet or they fall anywhere alongside the legs. Arms align with the ears, rising with a flat back, reaching up. We'll sweep the fingertips just behind the hips and begin to lift. Working the feet flat onto the mat, hips lift high, maybe the head drops back if that feels okay on the neck. And then slowly lower the sits bones back onto the mat. So we'll find an inversion here, yogi's choice. You can simply relax onto the back and extend the feet up for something more restorative, or you could find a headstand or a handstand, any way that you'd like to reverse the blood flow this morning. All right, so if you've been in headstand or handstand, take a moment in child's pose before arriving on your back. And from our backs, we'll give ourselves a hug in, knees to chest, squeeze it nice and tight. And then placing the feet flat onto the mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. We're going to check out bridge pose. We're going to move through 3, bridge or will. So you can do any combination of bridge and will. You could do all bridge. You could do all will, but I'm going to call for bridge for the first one. So setting up, the feet are hip width distance apart. You want the fingertips to graze the heels of the feet, and then begin to lift the hips toward the sky. The chin comes toward the chest. Maybe you walk the shoulder blades together and interlace the fingers, creating a little shoulder shelf. The thighs gently work toward each other. And slowly lower down, back onto the back. We'll set up for our next one. So again, it can be bridge or wheel. Deep inhale, on the exhale, rise to your expression. And slowly lower down. Last one, setting up for bridge or wheel. Deep inhale, on the exhale, rise. And slowly lower down. Nice. So bring the feet as wide as the mat. We're going to windshield wiper the knees, passively side to side, slowly releasing the low back. And then hugging the knees back into the chest. Maybe you rock side to side, massaging the low back. Keep the right knee hugged into the chest. Extend the left leg all the way down. Sweeping the right knee over to the left. The right shoulder stays on the mat. Soft gaze over the right fingertips for supine twist. And slowly unwind, extend the right leg all the way down, draw the left knee in toward the chest, and the left knee sweeps over to the right, left shoulder stays on the mat, soft gaze over the left fingertips. Slowly unwind, take a long body stretch, fingertips to toes. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And relaxing the arms alongside the body. Turn the toes out, creating a star-like shape with the body, taking up space. Find a soft face, the eyebrows relaxing. Releasing the jaw. releasing the weight of the body to the support beneath you. Shavasana. Back into the body, wiggle the fingers and the toes. And we'll take our time to make our way onto the right side of the body, curling into a fetal pose, pose of renewal. The knees come toward the chest, allow the spine to round. And slowly we'll begin to press the palms into the mat, rising nice and slow, returning to our easy seated pose where we began our practice this morning. And when you arrive, just closing the eyes or with a soft gaze, we'll bring the hands to heart center. Thank you for coming out this morning and sharing your practice and your energy. The highest in me honors the highest in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.